Hello and thank you for joining me with this first installment of my secure printing webinar series. And for about the next 25 minutes or so, I will be covering our cutting edge MyPrint Anywhere and Secure Print Q concepts. Now, the goal is for you that you will discover and learn effective strategies to sell the advantages on how uniFLOW Online's robust printing solution can A, enhance security for sensitive documents, B, simplify printing processes, and increase your customers' productivity. Now, before that, let's take a look at some of the customer challenges around uh, print security. Now, okay, organizations that haven't got around to implementing adequate secure printing measures can expect the following consequences. Now, with data breaches, which is basically exposing of sensitive information by unauthorized access, can result in damaged reputation for the organization, also um, harming their brand. Another concern is around privacy, and that's really the ability to safeguard an individual's personal data due to non-compliance, basically GDPR. Now, your customers need to hear this, which can actually lead to harsh penalties. Under European law, an organization can be fined up to 20 million euros or 4% of their global turnover. So, and again, further harm to reputation. So, a message that organizations, especially large ones, need to really hear. Furthermore, without a robust secure printing secure environment, increased costs and efficiencies can be incurred and also be a headache for the business. So my key message and takeaway here is to really explore and understand your customer security challenges and collaborate with them to help them implement a strong and robust printing security, safeguarding their reputation and their customers' trust. Now, remember, we're all the first line of defense in the battle against cyber threats and information leaks. So help your customers stay aware and stay safe. So for the next few slides, I'm going to unlock this power of the MyPrint Anywhere and Secure Print Q. Now, these dynamic solutions work hand in hand to tackle print security head on, but also with secure authentication and encrypted data transmissions to make that data breach and privacy concerns hopefully no longer a problem. So this aspect of our secure printing story allows your customers to feel confident that documents will stay in trusted hands. But before we do this, let's just have some fun and a little bit of a quiz just to see if everyone's still in tune with what I've just told you about. So I'm going to run a quick poll with some questions. So I'm going to launch that now. So my screen should change, and you should see a series of, if you like, potential responses to the questions. Choose one or more of the following that can occur with inadequate printing measures. And to be quite honest, I think it's something which we all should be very, very aware of. I know that within NTware, we've invested heavily in ensuring that our infrastructure is extremely safe, okay, for internal use, external use, and keep those cyber attackers away from harming our business. I'm going to leave it now for another, say, 10 more seconds to see if there's any more contributions to the questions. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm going to close the poll now for all attendees. And wow, fantastic contribution, 73% voted, and the response has been unanimous that yes, data breaches will happen, privacy concerns is an issue, and increased costs and efficiencies is a potential problem. So thank you ever so much for participating in the poll. So I'm going to crack on now with the presentation. Um, okay, so good job. Now let's explore how the key features of these technologies can benefit your customer's business. I think that's the key thing that we really need to understand. So I'm going to delve in now in terms of what the MyPrint Anywhere key feature is. So MyPrint Anywhere enables print jobs to actually follow the users from device to device, allowing print jobs to be released basically on any compatible connected Canon device, regardless of the location. So whether you're on a different floor, a different office, across a college or university campus, the user's print job can follow them, okay, and be released. Now, this really has the power for the user that the user does not have to be tied down to any one device if it's busy or basically unavailable. There's even a solution for non-Canon devices where the uniFLOW release station, okay, can be connected to provide MyPrint Anywhere functionality across a mixed fleet of devices. So this can seamlessly function, okay, when IT implement the one print queue and one print driver strategy, okay, on the user's desktop. Now, my part two webinar, okay, talking about Smart Client, highlights how this basically works. So please join for the that particular webinar, and all will be revealed then. So key message here, takeaway, is that users can boost their productivity by printing when and where they when they need it. So now that the user has submitted their print job, and we know that the print job can be released on any of the compatible devices, the user's ready now to grab their prints. But it all starts with only authorized users authenticating with either a PIN or an ID card at the device so that they can retrieve their jobs. Basically, authorized access to the device combined with the secure print queue can eliminate data breaches, which obviously we just do not want any unauthorized access to the device to gain access to these sensitive documents. So the user has successfully authenticated. Now they're presented with the secure print queue, which provides that added layer of security for printing. The user now can see all of their print jobs listed, ready for release, or even to be deleted if no longer required. So again, one of my takeaways here is secure print queue protects confidential info, preventing unauthorized eyes, data breaches, and definitely preserving data privacy. Many years ago when I used to do print audits, and I used to do what we call walk the floor, I would find lots of very confidential documents laid on devices that haven't been reclaimed, and a lot of them were actually about changing address details and other personal information. So this is where we have to be very vigilant in terms of providing a solution which prevents that type of situation happening. Okay, so when reviewing secure print jobs in the secure print queue, users can perform some last minute finishing changes to their jobs. Users can change finishing options like duplex to simplex, or switching from color to black and white, printing at the device without resubmitting the job. Now, based on the document's importance, just these two changes, okay, can empower the user to reduce paper, promoting environmental sustainability, and also reducing toner expenses. In addition, the user has the ability to specify the exact number of copies required, promoting, again, user efficiency without having to reprint the print job multiple times. So here, another one of Andy's takeaways is that the user's convenience to make changes to the print job without having to start from scratch is obviously saving them lots of time and productivity. So, basically to conclude, let's look at some of these benefits from a business and user perspective. So From a business perspective, the combined power of MyPrint Anywhere and the Secure Print Queue, users can print to any office device, reducing the need for multiple devices. This can actually have a result in lowering expenses on printer purchases and maintenance for the business. So basically, devices are consolidated to have an office printer, okay, which can support multiple users, and users can obviously roam around the infrastructure to retrieve their print jobs at any device. Also, it prevents data breaches and privacy concerns, which we've talked around before, how that can impact the business bottom line in terms of financial repercussions or consequences, and also the harm to their brand and their business. So in this case, it makes sure that having a secure infrastructure reduces that situation. Also, what we have in terms of cutting waste and saving costs by educating users for the efficiency of using this particular technology with smart printing tips. So change your print job finishing options at the device, okay? Encouraging more responsible printing habits, deleting the print job if you don't need it, not having to reprint multiple times in terms of your productivity. Now, IT can implement an auto delete feature, which is adjustable in terms of time, resulting in a potential 20% saving in resources, obviously with other additional cost-saving initiatives that may come into play. So from a user benefit, okay, very similar to the business overall, but MyPrint Anywhere provides the flexibility and convenience for the users to basically print anywhere, anytime, within the infrastructure. The Secure Print Queue provides the users with that peace of mind that the system can protect confidential and highly sensitive information and reduce the risk of data breaches. I keep going on about that, and privacy, because it is extremely important in today's digital world. So these devices will not have sensitive documents left on the actual printer. Again, for me, it's a benefit I can see for a user to feel empowered to think twice about reducing waste, resulting in cost savings. Okay, so again, changing those finishing options from color to black and white. Okay, single-sided to say from duplex to single-sided, or delete the job if it's basically just not necessary, or if the auto delete feature is enabled, the system will delete it automatically. So that, in a nutshell, is the two technologies which are combined to provide the power of reducing data breaches and privacy concerns. But I want to share with you a quick success story that highlights how vulnerable businesses are to cyber attack. So this success story is around Scottish Environmental Protection Agency, or SEPA, if I've pronounced it correctly. So just a quick run through with this. So on the slide, I'm not going to read it all out. Basically, it's a statement from Karen Kenny, who's the Systems and Customer Services Manager, highlighting in 2020 that SEPA experienced a major cyber attack, resulting in the disruption of many of their services. But when working closely with Canon, SEPA quickly implemented a new print solution, which was both sustainable, secure, and capable of operating in a highly secure environment. Now, before we actually go into what the actual solution looks like, SEPA are a Scottish government agency. They have some huge responsibilities. Basically, they protect the environment and human health while promoting sustainable use of resources. They oversee flood warnings, monitor radioactive instances, and regulate environmental activities. And that's quite a responsible ask. With 1,300 employees, SEPA plays a vital role in preserving Scotland's environment. So yeah, a big responsibility in terms of what they're offering or providing. So with the breach, the organisation had to act fast and create a recovery plan. And the Scottish Government's cloud first strategy mandated, they told them, that a secure and sustainable print service was to be implemented to ensure another attack was more difficult to repeat. So they basically got themselves into gear to make it happen. So as I mentioned, SEPA and Canon collaborated, resulting in the proposal of uniFLOW Online to provide a secure printing and scanning platform. For SEPA, the integration with Microsoft cloud-based environment was also very important, as cloud-based services have a more robust security technologies, which have been constantly updated by service providers like your Microsofts and your Googles. As a result, it turned out that basically most of the user experience was very high, as the user experience didn't change from the existing server implementation. So the acceptance of the new environment was very high from the user base. Finally, the fact that the service was based in the UK Microsoft Azure data center ensured that the data sovereignty, i.e. how the organization has its own, if you like, policies and compliance to their security, okay, lived in the Azure data center environment. So all of those compliances worked for them. With the Scottish Government's digital future strategy, a mouthful there, was respected. So with that said, let's have a look at the actual solution itself. So the software solution for the uniFLOW Online secure printing environment offered various features such as MyPrint anywhere with the secure print queue, accounting capabilities to ensure that the who, the what, the where and the when of printing, and even the how much in terms of being cost effective, mobile printing for both domain and guest users. I'm sure that within this environment they have individuals that visit them and use their facilities and give them the option to also print, but print securely and only give them the resources on the device that they need to have. Also, the ability to scan documents directly into OneDrive for business was a big thing for this organization as well. Now, the actual solution also included 54 connected Canon Image Runner Advanced devices, which was a very nice, if you like, solution combined with all of the software and capabilities that uniFLOW Online has to offer. And I think they are a very happy customer, and they feel much more secure than they were before in terms of their secure printing. So just to conclude on that, the benefits, when we look at uniFLOW Online, it meets the highest security standards, okay, that was mandated from the Scottish Government. It provides the following benefits. It reduces the need for IT support because obviously most of the, well, all of the infrastructure is held up into the cloud, including the Microsoft 365 platform as well. And the tenants always stay up to date with the latest security standards, again, giving that peace of mind to reduce cyber attacks and data breaches and privacy concerns. And the Microsoft Azure platform offered the resilience in terms of the solution. So I think this is a nice story that you can share with your customers on how a simple solution can combat the ongoing daily threat of cyber attack. Now you can find this case study on our partner site, which is readily available. So, as always, I like to finish my webinars for something that my colleagues can do outside of the webinar. So yes, it's Andy's call to action. So now that you've found this new knowledge, or it's been a refresher for you, there's four things that you could potentially do, and that's schedule a demo for your customer, if possible. Invite them to sign up for a customer trial with uniFLOW Online. For your own, if you like, development, you can log on to the e-learning portal on the partner site, and I would suggest that you follow the uniFLOW Online Sales Training Part 1 and Part 2 if you haven't done so already, and also subscribe to our uniFLOW YouTube channel and search for Secure Printing with uniFLOW Online, okay, where you will find a number of videos that you can follow, and again, bolster up and make your knowledge robust in terms of our secure print offering in uniFLOW Online. Just now to close, you have a good understanding of MyPrint Anywhere and Secure Print Queue concepts. Please join me on the 19th of October for part 2 in the Secure Print series of how Smart Client can maximize user efficiencies. And with that, I'd like to thank you for your attention